Am I the a-hole for shouting at a teacher after she took my cochlear implants in class? I was born deaf to a hearing family. My family and I sign at home, but I need to speak while at school, as the high school I attend isn't the most accessible or disability-friendly. When I was 9, my parents paid for me to have surgery to receive cochlear implants, CIs, which I primarily use at school or when I am out with my hearing friends who don't sign. I attend a mainstream school that, as I mentioned, isn't disability-friendly. Now, onto the situation at hand. Yesterday, I was wearing a beanie in class. Normally, that wouldn't be a problem with my regular teacher, but yesterday, we had a substitute. The beanie I wore covered the transmitter of my CI, while the part that connects to my ear was visible. I know that many kids tend to get into trouble for wearing AirPods or other devices people use nowadays for music that aren't headphones, mainly because those aren't allowed in classes. Usually, my teachers are aware of my CIs and know that they, in fact, are not music devices, so I never have any trouble. But this was a substitute teacher. She wasn't aware of my CIs at first. Keep in mind that, at first, while I was doing some assignments, this substitute, whom we'll call Mrs. K, came up to my desk. I don't know what exactly she thought my CIs were, but she didn't like them. Originally, she questioned me and told me to remove them immediately, or she'd have to write me up. I explained to her and made her very aware that what I was wearing was to help me hear her, and I even took off my beanie to show her. She pretty much called bullshit and attempted to take my CIs off. This was an absolute no-no. Instinctively, I slapped her hands away and stood up before lecturing her, explaining that she had no right to try and take my CIs. After this little stir, I sat back down, thinking the situation was likely over. I was wrong. A little while later, she came up from behind me and literally snatched my CIs off my head. After that, I got up again and started yelling at her, telling her that she was not allowed to take assistive devices and threatening to report her. I know that in this situation, getting physical wasn't the right response, but I was scared as hell that she'd break them, so I grabbed her hands and tried to get my CIs back, which I didn't. Of course, after that, she called in the principal, and I had no clue what was being said. I told the principal that she took my CIs and wasn't returning them. In the end, I got my CIs back, but obviously, due to my putting my hands on a staff member, I got suspended, and my principal said I was in the wrong for the situation. My dad is threatening to report this substitute teacher to the administration. So, am I the asshole?